Thank you for purchasing a surrogate testing. In this video, we'll cover how to sample different areas in your office or any facility that you would want to sample after post-cleaning. It's good to keep in mind that the areas that you want to check have either been cleaned or areas that you want to be for sure or certain that the organisms have been completely eradicated or they've been reduced to a minimum. We will go over how to sample your communal areas, the kit, what's in the kit, the instructions in it, and how to ship it. So let's get started. When you have received your surrogate testing kit, you will be receiving the following items. One of them will be the 3M sponge surface kit. The second thing will be the 3M instructions on how to take the surface sample. You will also receive a certificate, what is considered the chain of custody. This one is already filled out, but you will be receiving a blank one that you can fill out with the information. I will go over this after I've taken the sample so you guys can take a look at. The other thing that you will be receiving will be a shipping label for you to send it to the appropriate facility and lab that will be processing the surface sample. In this case, we happen to have the Colorado facility, but for all surface sampling that has to do with surrogate sampling or COVID-19 sampling, we'll go to the Virginia. But in theory, you would get something like this, but with the appropriate address. And then you would also receive a styrofoam box or a box that has a lining that also has some ice packs in case it takes you more than 24 hours to send it to the lab. So let's get started. So when you receive the sponge for the surface sample, the first thing you want to do is read the instructions. This one's outline everything that has to do with the sponge, how to take the sample, how to snap the sponge after you've taken the sample, how to package it, and how to put it in the box. All the instructions will be in the styrofoam box whenever you receive it. So the first thing you want to do is, once you receive the 3M sponge, is you want to press it to where the stick is the closest to the tearing part. Once you have it at that angle, you'll tear it apart. Take that off. And it's fairly simple. What then you will do is grab the stick. If there's any additional broth, you may want to just get rid of it or let it drip into the bag. When that has been done, you will take the sponge. And then here it's recommended that you do either a 2x4 square inch sample size or a 4x4. In this case, we'll just go with the most broad. And what you want to do is you want to do a zigzag motion. So you would go up, down, up, down, up, down. And then you would also do crosswise. Once you've done that, the next thing you want to do is take it back in the bag, snap it, there should be a snapping point. This one's a little tough. Once that's been done, you let that fall into the bottom of the bag, and then you will have these little ears on it, more like a metal strip that allows you to roll it down. And once that has been done, you roll it all the way down. Make sure that there's no broth or juices coming out. Remember, this is a live culture. Then once that has been done, you would take this and put it in either another Ziploc bag. In this case, you can keep it in this one, but I would do recommend that you keep another one. I haven't to place another bag, excuse me, over here. Then what we'll do is we'll place it in another Ziploc bag where you can place this first sample to go in, just to prevent any type of leakage or any type of contaminants from entering the bag and ruining the sample. Once you have placed that in there, you can discard the instructions. Those are no longer needed. You can remove your gloves. Gloves are recommended, especially when sampling areas that you may think have been exposed. As mentioned, or maybe I did not mention, this is mostly, the sample that we did today was mostly for post-cleaning, meaning that the cleaning crew has come by. We are just checking to see how accurate and how clean the areas are that the cleaning crew has finished. So now that that has been completed, what you would do is you would fill out the certificate of, the chain of custody, in which you would put your name, address, phone number, and email. In this case, we tested the sample location. We put the coffee maker. The test code for the 3M sponges will be 2037. If you decide to go with an additional testing or another type of testing, whether that be a blood agar or a actual test tube for molecular COVID testing, then they would definitely have a different test code. In this case, we did the 2037, which was for the coffee maker, and it was a 4x4 area. I named mine a COVID-19 job. I'd recommend that you put the work order number on there that your customer service rep would have provided for you beforehand, before the package arrived. Once that has been filled out, you can go ahead and just fold that, stick it in the box, and then you would also get a shipping label. Like I mentioned, this one has a Colorado address, but the one that you would have will be the Virginia. It is very important that you receive a shipping label that has the Virginia address and not the Colorado. If you happen to receive one that has a wrong location, please get it with your customer service rep as soon as possible, and we can either email you one or ship you one as fast as we can. Once you've had that, you would then put your ice packs if needed, close your box. I would suggest you put this in the other box where this came in. Once that has been done, you would treat it just like any package, close it up, put the shipping label on it, and send it to the lab. Once that has been done, you will get your results in about 2 to 3 business days. Again, 2 to 3 business days. If it happens to fall on Friday or Thursday, late Thursday, I would recommend you keep the ice packs and not take the sample until maybe when you're ready to take it, because if it's delayed more than 24 hours, your samples could be compromised. And again, that's practically how you sample surfaces for any type of surface. In this case, we decided to go with the coffee maker, but there are any communal areas that you wanted to double check to make sure that the areas have been cleaned and sanitized. Given the circumstances, this would definitely help you and have that peace of mind. If you believe that the sampling is a little bit too complicated for your taste, allow us to do the testing. We have highly professional technicians that can go out to your facility to just conduct either surface samples or also what we call an air sample, which would require that our technician shows up with an air sampler and also agar to test the particles that are located in a particular area. This would allow you to get results not just for any surfaces, but also for the particles that are contained in various parts of your facility or office. This will conclude our demonstration. Thank you again for buying a kit from us. We appreciate your business and hope to talk to you soon.